Good evening, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where I will be continuing in the game, but with the added thing of this week, I am going to be deliberately not investigating the murder mystery at all. I know where I have to go to further investigate the murder mystery, and it has been strongly recommended to me by the game itself that I do not go there until I regain my weapon, which I can't do until 2200 game time. So, first, I need to get my gun, which I can't because it's still hours away in game time, so I'm going to be running around doing other things. Today, what we are most likely starting with is going to be attempting to get a paintbrush out of Cindy the Skull. That's what she introduced herself as, that's her name. So, let's get into the game. Now, we entirely failed to convince Cindy to give us a paintbrush. However, what was suggested by our authority of all things was that we go up and confront her face to face. Which means that today also starts with a loading screen, because I'm outside and she's up there. So, in we go. Indeed. I probably should have entered the building before ending last week's stream. However, I failed to plan ahead. You know what, let's talk to the cleaning lady while we're here. It's been quite some time since we talked to her.
Give me a moment.
The cleaning lady still seems to be having difficulty breathing. I have a few questions about the apartments. Ask away, policeman. Okay, so we have ones that I haven't touched. Why is there a hole in the wall of the abandoned apartment? Who lives in apartment number 10? And who lives behind the padlocked door? Why is there a hole in the wall? Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls. Who lives in apartment 10? No one lives there. It's been empty for months. But I talked to someone through the door. Impossible, the cleaning lady says, shaking her head. I would know if someone had moved in there. She pauses, eyeing the hallway. Maybe it's those counterculture people again? Breaking into our house like it's a public space? You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you? Oh, another thing to do! Sure, I'll go see what I can find. Take it on, or the police have better things to do, which is a nope. Well, I want to waste time, so sure, I'll see what I can find. Task gained. Investigate apartment number 10 for the cleaning lady. Who lives behind the padlocked door? Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study. Astrology? Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall. You mean the star and antlers? I think that's the symbol of communism. Or are you sure you don't mean astronomy? The star and antlers? The symbol of what now? Communism, like the World Revolution. The ones who support the working class against capital. It's an ideology. It has some noble aims, but it's been used to justify terrible bloodshed. It's for loons who have no idea how economy works. It's a symbol for contributing to the demise of our noble state in the name of some made-up world of equality. Or communism. It's a political ideology. Oh boy. That's, Which one to choose? That's the question. You know what? I'm going to go for number 1. The revolution? That communism? Never heard of it, the cleaning lady replies, before another coughing spell takes hold of her. Wow! Alright, that's all, thanks, I guess. She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief. Thanks. Something else to do. Investigate apartment number 10 for the cleaning lady. The cleaning lady said the apartment should be empty, but there's definitely someone inside. Could it be counterculture people? Investigate and report back to the cleaning lady in the apartment building's hallway. Now, let's see. Which one was apartment number 10? Locked door. You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says number 10. Knock again? Or this apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here? Or leave? Oh, the direct approach, is it? Yes, let's go for the direct approach. This apartment's supposed to be empty, person. Or actually, let's knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
I don't know what text that was just read there. Locked door. This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. This is the police. Open up. Do I have to open the door? You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge. Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
But we do, Kim. Logic success. It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason. Oh, pshaw. This apartment is supposed to be empty, lady. Excuse me? Of course not. Logic success. You have plenty of reason to enter. I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in. Then open the door so I can verify your identity. Are you cooking morphine in there? You don't... Okay. Open the door so I can verify your identity. Oh, come on. There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked. Rhetoric success. Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
The lieutenant says, nodding towards the unlocked door. In we go. But first we save. This is a pretty small room. Looks like a fine mattress. Oh dear. There we go. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs. I just love when the bits of my brain argue with each other. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Maybe not. A pair of shoes. Black monk straps. Sure, okay. And then we'll proceed to look at them before we talk to the lady. Black monk straps. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. Affluent moneymaker man. These Perrin Ingersoll shoes have no lacing, but a strap and a buckle. Due to their elegant and affluent design, they have been described as the most advanced dress shoe. So advanced, in fact, that walking through slush and mud does not leave a single trace on them. Ooh, fancy. Huh. Morale healers, huh? I'll just reach right past her and... There we go. Okay, let's just save and we will talk to the lady. Real estate agent?
My name is Marielle Charpentier and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jingles a set of keys in her hand. Oh, I know this game. I know this particular thing. They use the completely legit keys. It's a scam, really. It's you use the very legitimate keys that have been given to the real estate office to sell or rent a place, and you just live there instead of actually selling or renting it to someone else. And you assure the homeowner that, yes, of course, you are showing the house. There just haven't been any buyers. How sad. Interfacing success. Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. Inspect the passport. I don't need your ID, I just need to ask you some questions. Or leave. Let's inspect the passport.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut, hand back the passport. Or everything seems to be in order, hand back the passport. Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
What are you doing here? Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway? Or that's all, thank you. What are you doing here? She sighs and looks around. I need to get ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. It looks the same as any of the other apartments I've entered in this building. Sounds like they knew how to have a good time. Reprehensible who lived here. Or, I fuck shit up too. I'm gonna go with reprehensible who lived here because it goes much closer to what I actually want to know. Who lived here? Yeah, this isn't even half as bad as what the detective did to his room, so... It was some kind of moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent. She stops, hesitating. Composure, success. A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story doesn't have a happy ending. Real estate agent. But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry. She's been in there for days. Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway? Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3! We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen, but Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door, and there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall, can you believe it? She spreads her hands. And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone, the money's gone, just like that. She snaps her fingers. What time can I get my gun? Let me check my notes. 2200. So it's 1914. Ooh, still got some in-game hours to kill. Logic, success. The sum must have been puny. My money has also disappeared, I think. It couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby. So wait, what happened with the wall? Which is a proceed. You know what? I'm just gonna go. What happened? Just proceed. What happened with the wall? Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both! She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over the chest. That's it? Really? Well, that's it, I guess. Thanks. Of course, she replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Well, that was really anticlimactic. that has updated the quest. Yep, report back to the cleaning lady. I was hoping that would take up more time. I guess not.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment number 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants. "10 experience! Yay!" I see. She takes out her handkerchief and wipes her nose. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Yes, some highly technological wizards are going to save this place. It'll be a visionary innovation utopia. No one is coming. There will be nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. Lax women and sexual deviants, that's who'll come. Spit. I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow. I mean, for the political ideology that I chose, number 4 is the one that I'm going to have to select. But I'm pretty sure that number 2 is the communist one. And I think number 3 is the fascist one. But yeah, number 4 is definitely a moderate one. I'm honestly not sure which one number 1 is. It's the one that's on the side of commerce and stuff, but I'm not sure which of the ideologies that was offered to me actually supports that one. I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh, I healed my morale that didn't need healing. Yes, well, she doesn't know what to say, so she just coughs and repeats, "I hope they're good people." Rhetoric, success. Your statements are too vague to comment on. I think that's the point. Alright, I'm off. Took and completed a quest all within, what, like 5 minutes in game time? I have no time sense, so I have no idea how much in real time that was. Well, continuing on upstairs, I guess. To the balcony. Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving to persons of power, like police officers. I think there is a lot of replay value in this game, simply for choosing different roads. I think that there would be some fun in it for me if at some point in the future I do a replay where I really do pick all of the really weird dialogue options, the ones that, you know, foretell the ending of the world, for instance. I think those ones are listed as being the Apocalypse Cop options. It occurs to me that it would be kind of hilarious to do that on a psyche-heavy build, since you're warned that, you know, if you go heavily into psyche points, that you could probably go insane. And here we are, back outside. Let's go talk to Cindy face to face.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Sure. I've got you cornered. Hand over that brush. Ooh, police brutality. That's the good stuff. I shouldn't laugh of that, given current events, but... Cindy. Stand your ground with a look of weary determination. Cindy, I'm going to stand here till you hand over that paintbrush. Have you got any kids? Because you sound like the world's saddest dad right now. Item gained, Cindy's brush. But fine, take the brush. I'm all out of fuel oil anyway. She drops the paintbrush at your feet. Conceptualization success. You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kinema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Time to get to proper work, artiste. Was that so hard, Cindy? Catch you later. Okay, so now we have Cindy's brush. A paintbrush belonging to Cindy the Skull, an aspiring artist. Its bristles smell nauseatingly of heavy fuel oil. Specks of red, orange, and green paint cover the aluminum ferrule. The ferrule is this part here, is what holds the bristles on. I know something. I know a lot of random facts. Sometimes they're useful. Most of the time they're not. I'd thank you, Cindy, but I apparently have a wall to paint. Back to the loading screen. I wonder if I'll have to change clothes again to actually paint the wall. I might. Out we go. 2 loading screens in quick succession. The loading screens can't decide if they're going quickly or slowly today. Okay, so the wall is over here. Here it is. Conceptualization. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind. Oh boy. Fuck the police. Mother of all walls. What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Something beautiful is going to happen. No parking. Or let the wall remain blank for now. Oh my, what to choose? I am tempted to go with something beautiful is going to happen, but that's more me than Harry. I would like him to continue to like me, so number 1 is right out. Leaving the wall blank after I went through all that is obviously not going to happen. 6 is definitely too boring to use. But yeah, it's just, I am personally drawn to number 5. Number 4 is amusing. Number 3 is interesting. Number 2, I'm just not feeling number 2. You know what? Let's go for the pictogram. Oh my goodness. Please tell me you saw that. Oh my god, he's still doing it. What is this? What is he doing? What is the bag doing? Item lost, Cindy's brush. Item lost, banged up fuel canister. Task complete, add even more beauty to the wall. And 10 experience. Conceptualization, you've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city. Kim, very poetic. The lieutenant nods in appreciation. It doesn't sound sincere. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we're supposed to solve. Oh, Kim. This isn't even poetry, Kim. You weren't even trying. But it set off an autosave anyway. Okay, so that finishes the add even more beauty to the wall. And actually, come to think of it, I can cross this get paintbrush from Cindy off of my list. That is, if my pen deigns to write tonight. Hello, pen? There we go. Well, we appear to have zeroed in on Ruby as being, if not the actual murderer, then the person who orchestrated everything. So, as far as it goes, we find Ruby, we find the answers. Which may actually be a tomorrow in the game thing. Since 2200 is about the time when people in the game start going to bed, I may have to wait until the next morning to find and confront Ruby. But actually, I rather like this pictograph that I have created. You know, talking to Kuno S would waste time, but I really don't want to. Let's see. I have that thought that has unlocked a bunch of options, so let's let's see if there were any... Oh, like Class She up on the roof has a legendary volition challenge. Possibly I can do that now? I'm not sure. Which of these are ones that I've done and which ones are not? How are they marked? I don't know how they're marked. So, through the rain again. This time I'm going to go up here so that I can go by the mailbox and give it a pat, because I have not patted it yet this game day. Good mail delivery box. The box seems happy. Darn right, there's no dogs to pat in this game, so I'm gonna make do with what I have. Come to think of it, there was that empathy check on Kuno. Did I actually pass that empathy check on Kuno? Look, Ark, it's your favorite NPC.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
Yeah, you like Ark, Kuno? Papa's bad to the bone, Kuno. Rotten to the core. Thank you, Kuno. I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we've redeemed sing mode, I see. Alright, let me get my timer set up. I have that one over on my phone so that I can still see the chat on my tablet. So, 5 minutes. I do not promise on key or anything wonderful out of this. I'm like the first one, so you like our Kuno.
Fuck no! Ah, shit!
He takes a step back. This is tricky when reading dialogue. This is, oh yeah, what about your little locust city then? Write an imaginary notebook. Got it. Art shit. Easy, Kuno. I just had a couple of questions. I might have to make it so that game text isn't involved in the sing mode. Sorry. What about your locust city?
It's not art, it's fucking brutal. Nothing pussy about it. The fuck out of here.
I still think it was art. Kid art, but art.
Even the pigs think it's garbage.
You're a horrible little girl.
Look, bitches, Kuno's gonna wrap it up for you. Talk business or fuck off. Enough about this art shit.
There we go. Empathy has been unlocked. 17% chance, with +1 from made him respect you, +1 from talked to Kuno. So it only unlocked them. It did not change the options. My empathy is still 2. I'ma roll it anyway. Failure. What's going on? He's an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons. Pain threshold failure. Like you don't have enough on your plate, you feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on. I don't know how to not hurt myself with this. Hey Kuno, think you can turn the Kuno down for a moment? Let's talk like normal people. Good evening, Green. I'm going to reduce the incidences of this per stream, so enjoy it. Kuno, listen. I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups. Kuno, you must have seen all kinds of things throwing stones here. Want to help the RCM bust a murderer? I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just a busted old piece of meat. This case is all I have, and you're not helping. Wanna help the RCM bust a murderer? Maybe. Fuck no! He bursts out loud, laughing. What are you, fucking mentally handicapped? Kuno S. Kuno, they've almost made you a snitch now. Kuno, ease off, see. Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer. He nods, big boy style, incredibly proud of himself. Rhetoric success. He'd rather die than work with the justice system, but at least I didn't cry. Okay, I'm off now. Kuno doesn't fucking care. And that's the timer. Ah! $3,000 channel points, ladies and gentlemen. I admit that I kind of expected people to go for the sound effects first. Not that. There are sound effects that you can redeem channel points for. Okay, so I've learned that all of the points that were locked have been unlocked, but it hasn't actually changed my chances with them. Oh, but I went to the trouble of making the sound effects their own little speaker icon. And they cost a lot fewer channel points than those last two, you know. Which I may have to make more expensive as time goes on.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Okay, so this is a formidable empathy challenge. What do you see in his eyes? Still a 17% chance with a +1 from did force him to out Lady Driver. I'm not sure if y'all are taking the right message from this. I definitely set it to 1 per stream per person, but I believe I may have allowed more than 1 per stream if multiple different people redeemed. However, I may change that. I can't change it on the fly right this moment, but I definitely remember that I made it once per person per stream. Which means I'm gonna have to keep my eye on green there. But... okay, I backed out of the conversation because I wanted to see if I had any empathy clothes. Sing mode does have a cooldown, yes. I did not want to have to do back-to-back-to-back sing mode. For the sake of both my voice and my sanity. What little sanity I have left, I need to preserve. Hush, Green. Don't give away all my secrets. Do I have any empathy clothing? I have a lot of drama clothing. Why do I have so much drama clothing? Okay, we have an empathy coat. No, wait, not that one. This one. Well, all my friends are weirdos, so I'm in good company. These are terrible looking glasses. That's just, that is, wow, that is definitely not the, those are not the glasses for this face. Absolutely not at all. What else do we have in the empathy department? Empathy shoes. Oh, they're hideous. Okay, that's minus empathy. Alright, that's all of the empathy clothing that I own, apparently. Now, let's check what I'm wearing and make sure I don't have anything that's taking away empathy. Like that shirt. Alright, we need a different shirt. Let's wear the logic shirt. Okay. It's looking snazzy now. Well, as a person who has worn glasses for most of their life, like since I was a child, I was only allowed to wear the ones with the plastic frames. you really need to choose the glasses that you wear for the shape of face that you have. Because you can't really change the shape of your face, but there are many different sizes, shapes, and configurations of glasses, and you can choose something that looks good with your face. These glasses are not the glasses for this man's face. It's just, it doesn't suit him at all. I prefer metal frames myself. And super compact lenses so that, you know, they're not really heavy on my face. Because I need quite a high prescription. Alright.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Empathy check. That's what's on my mind. I have now brought it to a 72% chance. With a +1. This seems much better. Oh, and it still failed. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter. Man, you look sad. What's going on with you? Hey, Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you? My man, I want to know about your soul. You know what? I'm in a mood today. Let's go with that last one. Let's go with my... I want to know your soul. Cool, cool. We all want to know each other's woes and all, but people, man, they have slippery souls. That's fair. I generally choose my glasses both for looking good, for fitting well underneath my headphones because I wear them frequently. So I need to have something that's nice and tight against the sides of my head by my ears so that doesn't warp my glasses. And I usually go with the wire frames because they tend to be the lightest. And I don't like wearing really heavy glasses. I don't like the feel of it on my face. Plus I like metal. I like how metal looks on me. The ones I have on now are this really nice bronze shade. Slippery souls, right. That's where I was. Empathy, just like that, he slips out of your reach. It's possible the yelling didn't help. Well, I'm not going to shake him down for money because I have enough money for anything I would want to get. So, that's all for now. This isn't really getting me any success on the checks, is it? It's only unlocked them so I can try them again without spending extra points. Not that this isn't a good way to kill time. Interesting. Okay. I can't do the Samaritan butter check because the sign is gone now. Yeah, I don't like heavy glasses, partially because my prescription has been very high for most of the time that I've had to wear glasses, and when I started wearing glasses, the super compact light lenses were not available, so they were very heavy on my poor child's head. But also, in more recent years, since I started suffering migraines more often, I actually find that when I have a migraine, my glasses can feel unbearably heavy if I'm wearing a heavier pair. So, just one of those things. Now, let's see. Yeah, I know my prescription is pretty high, but I have a terrible memory for numbers. Just absolutely horrifying memory for numbers, so I don't remember my actual prescription. I know it's quite a high prescription. I am just slightly more sighted than being legally blind. Without my glasses, I mean. Where the heck did that check for class she go? It just disappeared. Did she go inside or run away? How very strange, it's not on the list. Should I haul myself all the way up there just to find out? I mean, why not? I'll just meander around wearing my empathy clothes for the time being. There are people in here. Come to think of it, I'm still working on that homosexual agenda thought, aren't I? Yep, 94% complete. Almost there. Just gotta spend some more time thinking about it. Well, let's talk to the guy who is probably our partner from back at the station.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head, looking like he really is having trouble believing this shit. Are we from the same police station, guy? I'm going to say no, just to see what you'll say to that. What do you say? I love how he stands up just so that he can give me extra attitude. That's great. Okay. Okay. Jean, he says okay. Give it a rest. Esprit de corps. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He's a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again. See you around. I'm sad that there are so few people here I can actually talk to, when there are so many people here. You, sir, what do you have to say? It's all about money, you know? Well, that's helpful. That's the same thing you say every time. Alright, upstairs we go. I could talk to Gart, but I don't remember him having any checks on him. that's some base there. Where'd that come from? I don't remember that from up here before. I'm just wondering. Yep, still trashed. Haven't slept here in 2 days and it's still trashed. The cleaning lady really did quit. I should get my gun back in the game day, but I don't know if I'm going to be getting it back tonight, given how slowly time is passing. I'm going to tentatively say no. I don't think I'm going to be getting my gun back this stream. I don't know. Normally the conversations I have kill the game time quite swiftly. But all the conversations I've been having have just been really short, and they just haven't been eating time. I mean, I do have a book in my inventory, and apparently reading a book makes time pass in-game. But I'd rather be, you know, doing something. Progressing something, you know? And here we are with our Orangi disco dancer. Yeah, Kim is really not amused by all these side quests, but what else am I gonna do? I was just thinking,
what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Let's get back to those lies you told. Just to pass some time. Lies she repeats, then trails off. It's unclear what she intended to say. Oh man, I'm still wearing my super empathy clothes. Drama. Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear. Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, why have we not arrested her yet? You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station. Your real name isn't Clash Yamandu. What if I told you you were underdressed? Or let's change the subject. I don't have any reason to threaten her with arrest, really. Except for not telling us properly, like, her real name. I don't think she actually hindered the investigation at all. She didn't tell us her real name or her real origins, but everything associated with the murder and her part in it, she appears to have told us the straight-up truth. You know, let's accuse her of not having made the call again. I did. She takes a step forward. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 81002 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed. Encyclopedia success. That is the emergencies desk number. Drama. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says. Kim, what time did you make the call? Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12. Kim, the lieutenant nods in your direction. It checks out. Anyone could know that number, and that someone coughed, it means nothing. Or say nothing. It means nothing. But I know the time of the call, too. She breathes in. I know I've not been 100% truthful with you officers, but I am now. Empathy, success. You sense a little hesitation there, or maybe even fear? The stress was on the wrong syllable. Oh my, wearing the empathy clothes has actually helped. Drama, welcome to the wake-up club, brother. Okay, fine. Kim, why have we not arrested her yet? There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention. Perception, hearing, success. A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around. Sure. What if I told you you're under arrest? Class G, she repeats with a pained smile on her face, her back pressed against the railing. It was my first real boyfriend who gave me that name. He never recovered from the shit we went through, because of me. Who was he? Or, cute, you're still under arrest. Who was he? He was a writer. He made Orange's lit, and I destroyed him. She looks you in the eye, her mouth quivering. I know I'm shit, I know. But I haven't done anything, at least nothing illegal. Rhetoric, success. She purposefully misinterpreted information crucial to the case. Half-light, success. Fucking mind games, enough! Drama, that's right, gang. Stern and merciless now, stern and merciless as we reel her in. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardys' confession, we'd know nothing. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's all the reason I need. You're not playing these mind games with me anymore. Wag your finger next to your head. You're coming in. Industrial espionage. We uphold international law here in the zone of control. I'd say the first one. You misrepresented information. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs. Class G, please, no. Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back further off. Savoir-faire, success, but there's nowhere to go. A 2-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before. I think I know who did it. Who shot Lily. I can tell you. I can help you. What do you know? Who shot him? Or, Kim, arrest this woman before she can say anything else and ignore her theory. Now, let's hear her out. What do you know? She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, Empathy, success. Gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her. Class G. Ruby. Well, we'd zeroed in on that, but, Why do you think it was her? And how could she have killed him? Okay, that's it for Ruby. Wrap it up. Why? Why do you think it was her? She has this thing for me ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's being pretty frank about what she wants. Well, we all know what that is, but apparently we're going to ask, and what is that? Sex, and more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she says in a near whisper, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but... Kim, I don't understand. The lieutenant sounds incredulous. He still has the cuffs in his hand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you? She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship. Kim, and you led her on? The lieutenant narrows his eyes. A little. I was flattered, you know, but then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. She looks at her feet. We maybe kissed. Nothing more. Sounds like she was fixated on you. This is just sensationalism and guesses. Or, I don't know what to make of this. I'm going to go with the first one because the way that this story is being told, it sounds like the correct statement. Sounds like she was fixated on you. Kim, this is just an assumption. I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. She raises her eyes to meet yours, but she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow she knew Lily was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan. Logic success. This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself, the lynching? Perhaps I should have threatened to arrest Class G earlier. When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you? Or, and how could she have killed him? Or, okay, that's it for Ruby. Do you feel like that was a threat to you when she said that? She came over one night, drunk. Said she'd turn my life into living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be, to keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but she looks through the window of her room. Half-light success. Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. Drama, what are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her. And how could she have killed him? You said there was a secret route there, right? She points to the door that leads to the pinball workshop. She could have come up through there, then taken the shot, right here, where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her. Savoir-faire success. Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing? That is possible. This ties back into the conversation that I had with the Hardys about it oh so long ago, so many streams ago, so many, many streams ago. continue. Kim, interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out here with her? Flashy, yes, she's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when the young woman falls silent. Her mouth moves without sound. What is it? Or you're thinking about the peephole, right? The perforation in the pinball workshop wall. You're thinking about the peephole, aren't you? She would have seen us. My bed is right next to... She's forgotten her cigarette in the ashtray. Kim, you mean to suggest she made it? Flashy, no, she shrugs it off. No, why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it and... Electrochemistry success. She's not really sure. It was right above the bed. She could have seen all sorts of things from there. Okay. That's it for Ruby, I guess. Felician, okay? And what? Drama, arrest the liar, now! Savoir-faire success. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you. Who? That's all good, but I think we should still take you in, just in case. Step a little closer. Or, okay, I'll keep you here, miss, for now. Back off completely. I'm a little confused by the who that is the first one there. I'm not sure. I have a feeling that if we arrest her and take her to prison, not only will I not have Kim for the rest of the day, but she will probably die. So... Okay, I'll keep you here for now. Thank you. She cradles herself for warmth. Thank you. You won't regret it. Volition. Something tells you you will. I still have more time to kill. Let's talk about you and Ruby again. She nods, then nervously pulls on her cigarette. Dang. There's nothing new here, alas. I guess that's all about Ruby for now, since I don't want to repeat myself. Okay, she looks relieved. Let's change the subject. She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. Let's return to this later. Doing that with the empathy clothes on was definitely something. And look at that, it made 20 minutes of in-game time pass. I still think that if I leave her alone for too long, she's going to bolt, but it must be admitted that I have no idea where she would bolt to, and I don't think she knows either. run across the terrace onto the floor? What terrace? What, the one on this floor? That I threw my shoe onto? This one over here, you mean? I think if she was going to throw herself off the building, she would have when she was pressing herself backwards away from getting arrested. If she were that desperate. You know what? I miss Liz. That lawyer who was pretending to be a gardener. Her confrontational attitude ate so much time. Why can't I go into your room, Kim? What are you hiding in there? I just don't know. The suggestion on Lillian there is to ask her out on a date, which I don't really want to do, because let's face it, I'm still angling for Kim. Let's see, what other checks got unlocked? Volition, Inland Empire, Empathy, Authority, Esprit de Corps, and Suggestion all got unlocked. Although I suppose I could also go and try the check on the ice cream maker again. I have gotten some physical instrument clothes since last I attempted it. I kind of hope that my cop here can keep Kim as his partner if he successfully solves the murder mystery. I don't know that that's actually possible, but I have the hope. Just a shot of booze does not actually affect me that much, and B, I would have to make it a lot more points than that. But I do worry that I would start slurring my words even more than I already do. But yeah, this is getting my gun back, and that's a meeting at 2200. So still got time left before that one. Then I can do the look for Ruby. I guess I'm going to have to give up on this whole take on la responsabilité because I cannot find anybody who was the expertise to contact the coalition. Although, come to think about it, Angus over with the Hardys has radio experience. Maybe Angus can do it. Let's go talk to the Hardys. Let's make a really foolish choice and do it while wearing our empathy gear. I want to talk Angus.
The Copper-nado is back. What do you want?
Unfortunately, it's not for the making the Hardys feel empathy for me. It's for making me feel empathy for the Hardys. Which is why I'm pretty sure it's not going to help much. Let's go over a few things regarding Ruby's disappearance, since we don't have the option of, hey, could I talk to your radio man? Yeah? What? Nothing new here. Nothing new at all. Do you know what she was doing with the Elan frequencies? The what now? I've no idea. He looks around. Boys? Angus. She said she's building a... His voice is very quiet. A pale emitter. Titus. What? Angus. We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more. Logic. Success. This guy barely understands what he's talking about. Come on. Titus, there you have it. Pale something. Titus puts an end to it. Well, thanks for the review, Titus. He sighs heavily. Anything else you want, cop? Alright, I'm just gonna go. Still like 2 more hours of game time. Still at 98% of that thought. Sigh. Perhaps we should go and try a physical instrument go with that ice cream maker again. Okay, let's save out here and go into the basement again. And here we are at the ice cream maker. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer, the ice around it slowly melting. Try to crack open the lid. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. Interfacing success. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. It's been thawing for days. Hand-eye coordination success. If you want to try again, then you'll need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective. Oh la. Okay, back to the inventory. We're going to put on the interfacing gloves. And let's see here. That's +1. I know that I had something that gave me at least a +2. Somewhere in here. Logic, perception. Oh yes, the shirt. Except this is only +1. I could have sworn that I had a +2 physical instrument thing. Well, let's put on the t-shirt. Is this a shirt or can I wear it as a coat? Nope, it's a shirt. That's a pity. Okay, do we have anything that is negative physical on? Strangely, no. I'm going to take off the empathy glasses. Okay. I still haven't gotten a better pry bar, but physical instrument heroic 15. Crack open the lid. It's a 3% chance with a -20 for the pry bar not being strong enough. I need a better pry bar before I attempt this. I'm obviously never going to succeed with this pry bar. Where do I find a stronger pry bar? You know what, I'll keep wearing the empathy coat for now, but I'm definitely... Let's put the logic shirt back on underneath that. It's a pity that I don't have any glasses that I am willing to wear. Although it's tempting to take that -1 to drama. I just have enough drama to tell when people are lying to me right now, so I'd rather not. And let's put the half-light gloves back on. A hardware store. I have not actually found a hardware store. There's the Frite, but it doesn't seem to sell anything that can be used as a pry bar. Although I suppose I could try it again. A hole in the wall. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in. Ah, yes, because I don't have the flashlight equipped. Back to the inventory. Tools. Flashlight. Hole in the wall. Where are we? Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. He points up at the rifles under the ceiling. Must be an old weapons cache. What does this mean, a rifle here? It means there are firearms, breech loaders, still lying around in Martinez. This would have been good in our case against Ruby for Titus. Too late for that now, but still, might be useful down the road. Empathy, success. He likes this find. We did actually use this for our argument with Titus. It was very effective. And just because I'm here and not because it's useful in any way, let us gaze upon the glory that is the bear fridge. Look at that beautiful thing. It's still amazing. But yes, Green's suggestion, perhaps we should try the Frita and the pawn shop again and see if there's anything that can be used as a better pry bar, because I've got money burning hole in my pocket. I can afford a better pry bar if I can find one. Oh, and I've still got the flashlight. I probably don't need that now. Let's put that away. Whoops, wrong one. Not that one, this one. There we go. We'll try the Frite first because it's closest. Okay, so it's not this one. This is where we turn in the bottles and stuff. Probably not the dispensaries. That's the raincoats, I think. Let's just talk to the girl directly.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
She puts down the magazine. Can you tell me anything about the dead body? Or any pry bars you might have? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Alright, thank you for your help. Uh-huh. He brushes a strand of hair off her face and tries to return to her magazine. That's not very helpful at all. Has this magically appeared a pry bar? You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent except for the big free slogan on the back. Could buy one for $4. I'm not going to. Endurance is not something I frequently get checks on. Or, 28% chance with a -1 of stealing one. I'm also not going to do. Nope, no pry bar here, definitely. Let's try the pawn shop. I've got to say, though, this is a good-looking coat that I've got. This is just a nice-looking coat. I also liked the police cape that I had, but, this is a nice coat. Very trench. I like a good trench coat. Look, Kim, they still haven't stolen your car. Oh wait, over here. I don't remember the pawn shop having anything that could be used as a pry bar, but I admit it's been a little while since I looked. Okay, here we are. Let's try this shelf first. Shelf of boomboxes. All the old boomboxes are there, blinking and waiting to whirl. All but one. Yours. This is a lamppost, which I could buy for some reason I do not know. But for that's for 400, I believe, and that's really beyond my budget. It's either a super pry bar or it's something to combine with my existing pry bar. It's definitely one or the other, but I'm not sure which one it actually would be. Let's try Roy. Roy, do you have anything?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I could sell my postcards. Guns. Something else to sell. Might be able to aid our investigation. Might be able to aid our investigation. I doubt it, but I can try to answer any questions you may have. Know anything about the hanging? I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone. Drama a success. He doesn't know anything. That's all I've got then. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors. Sure, let's sell some postcards. I have something else to sell. Sure, let me have a look. Oh, I can't sell him the postcards. I'm not going to sell him the picture of the corpse. That's weird and creepy. I don't have anything then. I wonder why the postcards have value if I can't sell them. Not going to ask him if he's going to share his drugs with me. I'm pretty sure that this was, yeah. 700. That's even more than I remembered it being. That's 700 for the streetlight, and I have no idea what I would need or want it for, let alone for $700 worth. Maybe if I let my gaze run over it again? The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. Conceptualization success. This would make quite a statement in your living room. If I have a living room. Well, you really need the pole of the streetlight more than the actual light of the streetlight for that, Green. It's nothing else, I guess. I don't know. There must be a way to upgrade my pry bar, but I honestly have no idea what it is. Someday, after I've finished this game and no longer need to fear the no spoilers tag, I will look up what I need to do to get into that ice cream freezer. But for a first time playthrough, I really hate doing that sort of thing. It is probably unnecessary to my investigation. It most likely has something to do with that whole game company going down and that sort of thing. It might progress me with Suna, which might get me in contact with that airship, but and the question is now, what do I do? I just recently went over stuff with him. He doesn't have anything that can be used as a pry bar. Oh, what's this? A perception check. Footfall within, not human. Up there? The phasmid, perhaps? No, you know it's but a dog. How would one even get up there? I am honestly at a bit of a loss as to what to do now. not knowing what else to do, let's bother the old men again.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Share! Oh, it's been so long since I had a really good sandwich. Renee. Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat house of yours.
That's
Whoop,
what you
eh?
need, Gaston. More padding on that fat house of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Grumpy, grumpy.
Honey, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance of this fine day?
You mentioned Jean-Marie Bellou. Who is that? I know I probably didn't pronounce that right. Tell me, what do you know about the dead man? Looks delicious. Point to the sandwich. Can I have a bite of that? Or bye for now. And quick walk away. Who's Jean-Marie? Oh, sweet Jeannie. He gets a dreamy look in his eyes. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol, maybe the entire world. Renee, do not defile her memory, Gaston. There's an almost imperceptibly small tremble in his voice. Let her rest in peace. So you both know her? What happened to her? Sounds like this is between you two. I have other matters to address. So you both know her? Gaston, we both knew her, all right. His friendly face lights up. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was Renee's first girl, back when the prick was 16. He looks at the carabinier almost gently. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be Renee, and then you stole her from me! He jerks forward, but then grabs his chest and stops. Oh my goodness, the thought nearly finished in the middle of this drama. Easy, fellows. No need for this to get ugly. Do not intervene. Sorry, but I really wanted to just ask some questions. Let's not intervene. Let's see where this goes. I leveled up from deciding not to get... Gaston, well, technically you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress. Renee, we were just boys then. This was different. The tall veteran looks at you and nods. No point starting this all over again for the 1000th and the first time, especially when we have company. He turns to you. Officer? What happened to her? Gaston. She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful. He smiles faintly. Pneumonia is not a quiet way to go. Renee and I were both by her bedside when he pauses, searching for the right word. Renee, died. He sharply fills the silence and adds, no use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back, will it now? Gaston, departed. His partner finishes his sentence, then chuckles. Until the very end, she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met. It seems to have been a real triangle here. A real love triangle. All 3 points are connected to each of the other 2 points. So many people get love triangles wrong. They forget to connect two of the points to each other. Why do you think she was indecisive? Gaston, she could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. The look in his eyes is happy and distant. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married. Nothing wrong with weighing your options first. That's a bit odd. Or women, right? As I am me, I will not be taking the last option. You know what? Nothing wrong with weighing your options. Gaston, heck, he says with a chuckle, technically we're both still engaged to her. Renee, you always confused her, couldn't let us be happy, he says with heavy resentment. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries. Oh my goodness, he gave her pastries? The cad! He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away. Well, thank you for sharing. Gaston, of course, officer, he says with a smile. Memories are all we have left. Tell me, what do you know about the dead man? Gaston, let me think. He looks at the clouds wistfully. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week, but that's all I know, really. Pastry still seems to leave chocolate, flowers, poetry, and jewelry. Yes, I know. I mean, if she was seducible with pastries, and he didn't go, you know, the step up. I mean, given that this is a dystopia, pastry might be a little difficult to get in this world. But still. Come on, you must have heard something. Really? You know absolutely nothing? Or, shame, maybe you can help me with something else then. You must have heard something, man. No, officers, I'm sorry, and I really would like to assist, he adds, smiling apologetically. You're both good guys. I can see that. Well, Green, I get the feeling that, given that this place is still very post-war, that butter might be a little extremely expensive. Renee, then help them, you wimp. Reproach fills his eyes. You rub plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union. Someone must know something. Rhetoric success. He means caviar socialists. You know what? I like gauche caviar better. That's just... That amuses me on several levels that are difficult to explain. Gaston, I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. His cheeks turn red. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that. Drama success. Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here. Interesting. Sounds a bit like you're holding back. Or, all right then, change of topic. Well, I'm definitely... It sounds a bit like you're holding back. Gaston, I'm not, he assures you. I'm not even any... Renee, of course he's holding back. The carabiner crosses his arms. His mouth is so full of union prick he can't even speak properly. Oh my. Gaston, can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, Renee? His eyes are furious. I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Everard. Not anyone important, you just know the leader. How do you know Everard? Are you a Union member? Or thanks, that's all for now. Nope, not... How do you know Everard? Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers, he says solemnly. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium. Renee, what do you know about history? The carabinier snaps at Gaston. You never witnessed history, only heard about it years later when it had already moved on. You don't know history. The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. You didn't miss anything major. I asked about their old girlfriend and found out that she was seducible by pastry. And I apparently have finished cooking the Am I a Homosexual thought. But I have not been embroiled in this conversation and have not actually found out what that thought conclusion is. Conceptualization success. There he stands, proud, rigid, and alone, like a cracking marble statue. Kim, let's try not to get caught in the lieutenant lowers his voice. Crossfire. It will only say... Oh, I have very special thoughts regarding Kim. Very special, indeed. So special. Are you a Union member? Gaston. Oh, his cheeks turn red again. In many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties. Help with little things. Everard, Edgar, and the older Deberdiers all know me. In many ways? Or so you're not an actual member? In many ways? Oh yes. You're not going to go into detail about that. You know, maybe. You know, the point of leading questions is that they lead you somewhere to answer further. So you're not an actual member? Not in the technical sense. His eyes fix on the bulls in the crater. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Everard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things. He's a spy! He's one of the people who've been watching me this whole game. Drama. So that's what it was, before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and Renee's eyes. Logic success. He doesn't know anything because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider. Renee. Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He frowns. He's a weather vane, turns to where the wind blows, and tries to look important. That's actually a very interesting description of a person. I am actually going to write that down because I want to steal it. He's a weather vane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. There we go. That is another part of writing that few professional writers actually bother to mention, in that I keep a notebook full of turns of phrase that I find interesting, or little bits of dialogue that I might want to use somewhere. After this stream, that's going in the notebook. Maybe, but I personally don't remember encountering it before, Green. And I just like the way that it was phrased here. So, what can I say? I'm easily influenced. I hate the socialist rabble, he continues, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already. Oh, and now I'm having flashbacks to the Hamilton musical again. One character, Aaron Burr, I think, has an entire song about how he's going to stand aside and wait and see what is happening before he actually chooses what he's going to do. So what are the little things you do for Everard? I bet it's tell him about where I'm doing. Gaston, writing work, mostly. He smiles. Occasionally he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say. What kind of things do you write for him? Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers, about Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Everard and I have these long talks where he tells his little penman exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself. I do little things for Everard myself. Nothing wrong with that. I do little things for Everard too. I feel terrible about it. Or, let's stay on the track here, guys. Let's stay on track here, guys. Gaston, on the Union track? Are you a caviar socialist, Gaston? I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer. Wait, how can you write those newspaper pieces if you're not political? So you are a weather vane. But you need to believe in something. Freedom, the people, Revocol, or even money. That's smart. I keep my nose clean too. How can you write the newspaper pieces if you're not political? As a writer, I know how, but I want to know what his answer is. Officer, I have a vivid imagination. He laughs again. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics. Rhetoric success. He just fluffs it up. Renee, of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch. But you need to believe in something. Gaston, I believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want, even if it's nothing at all. I'm very adaptable. Renee, mon Dieu. The carabinier closes his eyes like he's never going to open them again. You know, if these guys hadn't grown up a few doors down from each other as children, I don't think they would ever be friends now. Because here we have the contrast between the guy who just wants to blend in and wants to get on with things without making a ripple, without, you know, doing anything, and the guy who literally went to war for to fight for his ideals. If they hadn't been childhood friends from practically birth onwards, I doubt that they would even, like, exchange a nod in the street. Alright, that's all for now then. No, thank you, he nods, smiling wide. For being consummate professionals, you'll have the case wrapped up in no time. I'm not going to ask for a bite of his sandwich, so bye for now, Gaston. Okay, here goes. We have a thought. I apparently can't quick save before I look at this thought. What is happening?
Homosexual underground. Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
So I've stopped obsessing about sexuality, apparently. And also my brain is very concerned about Kim's continued survival. That's a good sign, right? Well, let's just accept that, I guess. Bonuses from the thought, I've stopped obsessing about sexuality. Oh no. And it would cost me a skill point to forget that and work on a different thought. Oh boy. You know what? Let's talk to Kim. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Look at it right there. I have big news, Kim. Tell Kim about how you no longer obsess over your sexuality. Okay. I have managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality. Nothing. Actually, as I'm saying this, I realize I would not be telling the truth. Nope, we started on this path. We're continuing. I've managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality, Kim. Great! Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now. Yes or nod? Nod. He turns his attention elsewhere. Just one thing, though, or get back to it. No, just one thing, though. What? Are you part of the homosexual underground? Or nothing. Let's go. No. Are you? You didn't stop at all, did you? You're just obsessing about other people's sexuality now. Reaction speed, success. This is a success. This is a success. Yeah, but, or you're right. Yes, let's go. But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work. I have a chance! Drama success. That's the truth. I have a chance! I have a chance! I have a chance! Welcome to the Foxwine experience, Green. Oh my goodness, the game has failed to crush my dreams. Okay, it is 20 after 12, and I am absolutely delighted. I am so delighted that I am not going to free up that slot for another thought. That would be like denying our love, Kim. So, I'm just going to take myself across the river, because I can't think of anything else to do over this side. I don't need to write a diary about this. I will have the VODs forever. It is being saved automatically to my computer and will be uploaded to YouTube. Let's go over here, by this swing set where we spent so much time together just being companionable and staring into each other's eyes, Kim. This is where we will save. I have no idea what next week what next week is going to be in this game, because I still have 2 more in-game hours to kill, and who knows how much stream time that's going to take me. But this is what this happy note is where we're going to leave off for tonight. You know, if the game lets me go. Here we go. I very much doubt that I would start writing fanfic for this game before I finish it. That's a good way to do terrible things to my own brain. And also, I've got a list of stuff to be written, and yeah. But anyway, for those who have arrived late, and boy is there a lot of late to arrive, this is session 31 of this game. All of the previous sessions of Disco Elysium are available on my YouTube channel, along with all of the Try Not to Die Thursday streams. The Disco Elysium streams update every Friday, and the Try Not to Die Thursday streams will update on YouTube every Tuesday. Which reminds me, I still have yet to upload last Thursday's stream, so I should probably do that, you know, soon, because it is officially Monday now. Haha. And since ARC has been kind enough to put the schedule up, I will be back again on Wednesday at as close to 7 p.m. as a group of lighters can be gathered together. It's only slightly more difficult than herding cats. To play Among Us with a group of my local writer friends, and hopefully to be more successful than last week. And then after that, I will be back again on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. for Try Not to Die Thursday, where I will be continuing to play Sunless Sea, where, if I'm remembering correctly, I will be sailing north, as far as north as I can, to find the things in the north. It's very difficult to use a laser pointer through the internet, Green. I try so hard, and yet I cannot get the webcam to pick it up. I mean, I've tried the writer equivalent of catnip, but that has mixed results. As you can usually manage to gather writers by throwing out a story idea, but the problem is that there's a certain subset who will be like, oh, I just have to write something down. I'll be there in like a few minutes, and then, you know, an hour later they'll be like, I wrote a fic. So yeah. But we shall see. And Disco Elysium will return again next Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where I will be continuing to investigate everything but the murder mystery, while I continue to kill some time in the game until I can get my gun back. And also coming up, since I have made affiliate now, and if anyone watching is not a follower or subscriber to me, I would really appreciate if you'd do one or the other, preferably both. Haha. I am doing a mid-month Monday special stream once a month on the second Monday of every month, which means that will be upcoming on August the 9th. So, not tomorrow, but the next Monday after. And I think I've decided what game to play for that. I currently have very strong feelings about playing a particular game, but, you know, I'll have decided by then. But that stream will be coming up, and that will be at 7:30 on August the 9th. Just in case anyone needs to plan ahead or wants to plan ahead. But in the meantime, I am positively gleeful about this stream. And I hope to see everyone again on Wednesday. I'm definitely going to have to adjust the sing mode. Among Us on sing mode would probably... I may not have thought this through is the thing, but I will think about it some more. So I hope to see everyone again on Wednesday once I've thought through some stuff. I still have nearly an inch of coconut water in my cup. I will drink the rest of the coconut water. I promise. So, this was a great night. I did so many ridiculous things tonight. And I hope that everyone had as much fun tonight as I did. Have a great night. Good night.